right, so I'd like to wish everyone a belated, by one day, World Mental Health Day, which was yesterday. So, and don't feel like you have to put your hand up or that I'm putting any pressure on you. But does anyone know someone who deals with mental illness? Okay, should have been that entire classroom because you all know me. But yeah, so what I really want to talk about today is just being open about mental illness and really destigmatizing all of the things that people seem to think about it. Because the best person to ask about mental illness is someone who is mentally ill. They have firsthand experience that no one else does. So if I hear two depressed people and they're talking and someone goes, wow, it's really dark, you know, sometimes there's a lot of like black humor, nihilistic humor. It's a method of coping. So a personal experience that I have dealt with during my, we'll say less good days or weeks or months is with depression. Sometimes it's not a sadness. It's like a nothing. So imagine you wake up in the morning and all you feel is sort of like blah. And you don't really want to eat. You're not really interested in food. You sort of do it because you know you have to. There's a lot of routine in mentally ill life, tricks that we've learned that help us manage. One of my personal favorites is the C's rule, which is chocolate, carbs, and cardio. Because chocolate actually will make you feel better. Cardio raises your heart rate, it releases endorphins, also helps with you. And of course, chocolate, cardio, and sorry, my brain's not with me today. But so little tricks that we learn. And there's a lot of different mental illnesses. Like most kids get slopped with ADD or ADHD. I know I have a cousin with ADHD. And people think they know what you deal with. For my cousin, she gets distracted so easily. I once had her put a phone down and walk away from a conversation we were having. And that's something she's had to learn to manage. She's in high school now, and she still can't focus. So she has to learn tricks sort of to circumvent her own brain. And that's a lot of what being mentally ill is. And one of the great tricks is medication, which I am very much for. I know a lot of people, they're afraid that if people know they take pills every day to be normal, that they'll think of them differently. Well, the alternative is not taking the pills, and not taking the pills is no fun at all. I take over 200 milligrams of medication every day between antidepressants and antipsychotics. And those are what help me function in day-to-day society. It's what helps me get out of bed in the morning. And I've always been really open about being mentally ill. I'm not afraid of the repercussions that people might levy on me. Because to me, if I'm willing to bite that bullet so that someone else doesn't have to, so they don't have to explain the sort of dread feeling that is, I don't want to die, I just kind of don't want to exist at all. That's a really awful feeling. And not everyone can articulate it, and I can. So next year for World Mental Health Day, if you guys want to think back on this and just focus on the fact that maybe not everyone is as open with it as I am. Maybe you do know someone who's suffering. Be there for them. You don't have to go out of your way. Just make yourself available. And then a lot of times people will open up to you.